And we are back. Hello, everyone. We've arrived in Game 2 between Team Empire and 20min AFK. And I believe I have reclaimed control of my camera, which Liz will be happy to hear because it means he can talk about things that I'm looking at. And I can talk about things that he's looking at. How you doing, Liz? You feeling better? You feeling pumped for Game 2?
I'm feeling so pumped. Let's go, Empire. Woo! No, I'm pumped, man. Let's go. Game 2.
Biased caster confirmed, guys. Woo.
Yeah, biased caster, man. Like, I have to cheer for my Chuppy. In behavior score F, you get Chuppy every game.
That's true. You are at behavior score F.
Yeah, and if he's winning his games in the pro scene, when he comes and plays with you, the chances that, you know, some items are going to be bought are lower. So, go Empire, man. Go 2-0 them. Come on.
By the way, Liz assures me, for the record, he only has behavior score F because he spams techies and people report him and he's innocent. That's what he says, but he spams techies. Is he really innocent?
I got out. I got out of it. I don't have behavior score anymore, F anymore. But there was a time, and it was techie spam, definitely. And
look at these
justified. It's justified.
They open up the Doom and the Oracle after seeing the Wind Ranger. Interesting choice. I thought they might go for... So here's my thought, right, at the moment, is Shadow Demon doesn't get picked too much. But he is the perfect counter to Wind Ranger. So do you not just wait and see if this is a core Ranger, and then if it is, you pull out a Shadow Demon pick? So
you think it's the perfect counter because of...
The Purge, yeah, which deals with Wind Runner.
It's alright. It's alright. At the same time, you have an Oracle that in its own right deals very well with the Wind Ranger.
And has a Purge, yeah.
He has a Purge, but at the same time, he actually deals a ton of damage, and Wind Ranger cannot actually dodge that damage out, especially if it's a support Wind Ranger. She is very susceptible to dying to Oracle. If he uses just 2-3 nukes, she's already below half HP, and his nukes are 2.5 seconds cooldown or something. So,
kind of here's my thought. Like, would it not be? So, do you feel this is a bit like we see Oracle keep appearing the second pick? Would you not prefer to see it as the third, and then whatever you want to combo with on the fourth sort of thing? So you kind of get that combo, and there's no chance it gets banned out, right?
You can, but like maybe you aren't even planning on doing that combo. That's how these teams are thinking. Maybe they aren't even planning on doing that combo, and because of that, they pick the Oracle in the first phase. And then this team is forced to ban out some heroes, you know? And then you have some heroes that you want to actually pick. Like they ban out, let's say, we talked about Ursa, Huskar, DP, whatever. And you see, like, Empire decided not to. They didn't even ban out the combinations. They don't care about this. So basically, 20-minute AFK, less is jungle, by the way, on Russian. So that's what it means, finally.
Oh, okay. So
yeah, I was like 20-minute AFK.
I mean, in fairness, it's an Iron Talon. We should have known.
Yeah, we should have, I mean, I should have known because I know the word, but I was just dumb. I was like thinking or less or something like that. God, never mind. Because truth be told, everything else is on English, right? So it's not as easy. Anyhow, let's see if they actually pick. They did ban out the AA. So they picked the Oracle. They ban out the AA. What would you go for, Mr. Casper? What would you go for here?
Like, okay, so they've done this last game, right? And then there wasn't anything valid for that ban. I'm starting to wonder if it's something to do with someone on Team Empire just playing an Ancient Apparition very well, and or they have bad experiences against
AA was banned in the Void game, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, maybe in the last one as well. And they go for Pango, which isn't really a hero that combos with Oracle fairly well, but this is an offlane hero. So it's either off or position 4, and most likely position 4 because Doom kind of fits that position 3 better at the moment.
That's the thing, like, ooh, Undying coming out, but just to hit on that Pangolier point, do you like Pangolier as a support still? Because it's so... He's a very greedy type of support, right? It's like, he feels now like we felt about Omni Knight when people try to run him as a support. He's so greedy, not in terms of gold, but definitely in terms of levels.
No.
No? You don't feel that way?
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, he is. He's very greedy, but at the same time, he brings a lot to the table. In a way, you can look at him... well, he gains a lot with that level 6, and at the same time, if you do not go for those javelins, if you build him as a normal utility hero, he brings a lot to the table, brings a lot of chaos. Early on, you can catch people out with the swashbuckle, so there's that. You deal a lot of damage, You can do lane with him, but again, as you said, there are heroes that fit that role a bit better and are less greedy. So we'll have to see what this is all about. The Undying pick, yeah, usually played on position 5.
I mean, I hope it's, every time I've seen Undying, if it's not a pos 5, I'm kind of disappointed. Like, it's just, we've had this discussion. We're both very strong believers in this, that your job, especially as the game goes on, once you get level 15 especially, is to run in, cast those tombstones, and probably die. If you don't die, great. Just make sure that it's because your team is winning the fight and not because you ran away.
When I used to play Undying and when it was picked in a few patches back in the pro scene, like, it would be a position 4 hero, but right now I have to completely agree with you, and I think he fits the position 5 better because he's there on the lane and he doesn't need a lot. He doesn't need a lot of items to actually... What does he need? He needs like maybe Yules or Crimson or Hood or Urn, whatever he decides to go. But he's flexible. You can play him on position 4 as well. But at the same time, if you have Undying and Wind Ranger as supports, you're most likely going to want that Wind Ranger to be 4 and Undying to be 5, because she does, let's put it this way, she does a lot more with more items, but a lot less with little to no items than Undying. He doesn't care, right? He can have 2 items and he can do a lot. But Windrunner, if she only has like phase boots and a stick, she doesn't do a whole lot. If she just has Tranquils, she doesn't do a whole lot. But if she has that blink, that brings her online. Blink Maelstrom, let's say, she can blink in, she can set up a good shackle, she can turn the game like that.
Oh, I agree. And there's decent targets for her as well. The Gyro especially is going to be a prime target if you get a good start on the Wind Ranger. I'd say she's like, would it be fair to say there's 2 heroes you think of in the pos 4 role that try and can usually quite easily or reasonably transition into a 4th core? It's Wind Ranger and Skywrath at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. They can deal so much damage later on. Let's see what the last pick. It has to be
a Tusk. Now, this is a hero we are seeing very sparingly at the moment, and I think I know why. This is the Pangolier, right? Like, just disruption for the Rolling Thunder.
Yeah, you can deal with the Pango as Tuskar, but at the same time, this Tuskar is a weird pick. I didn't expect something like that. I expected a normal offlaner, but instead we got Tusk.
I mean, this could still be a Wind Ranger in the offlane, and then the Tusk is the support.
Exactly, it could be a Wind Ranger, but Wind Ranger versus Gyrocopter and Oracle is not... I mean, yeah, you can have Tusk or Undying helping you, most likely Tusk, and that kind of makes it even. But overall, Wind Ranger versus Gyro Oracle is not super fun. You're decent versus them, but you're not great. There's a lot of control.
It's like we said at the start, they've got the Purge anyway, so maxing out Wind Run isn't going to give you the advantage you're looking for. Power Shot's decent, but it's against a lane that has a healer, which is the biggest problem.
They have a healer, they have nukes on that lane, and as you stated, they have Purge as well, so they can lock her in for that homing missile to catch onto her. And Tinker again.
Well, I mean, this is a peculiar choice to go in again. It didn't work out too well from the last game, even after it got a good start. And this time around, Naive is on a hero that could potentially bully you out of lane.
And it's a position 4 Dome, by the way. It's a position 3 Pango. Yeah. It's offlane Pango, yeah. So, and when it comes to Team Empire, yeah, Windrunner has to be offlane. So we have 2 supports, 2 melee supports. One is Tuskar, the other is Bignum's Undying, and it's gonna be kind of weird to see how they lane. Most likely, in my opinion, it's gonna be Chu with Afterlife and Bignum with Choppy on the safe lane. But we'll have to wait and see. I believe, if I had to call it, I really like 20 minutes AFK's draft this time. Even with that Tinker pick again, I really like that draft. But overall, I'm not so certain. We'll see how it pans out. The Pango pick is always kind of weird. If the Rolling Thunders are on point, like, he can do so much. But if they aren't, it's a position 3 Fango and can just fall off so hard.
We'll have to find out. Like you said, it's that kind of awkward thing. I feel like they have to prioritize the Pangolier getting levels here, because that's your mid-game bridge, really. When you look at the lineup for 20 minutes AFK, they haven't got anyone else that's got that power spike. at 6
Yeah,
that can
right?
close the game. Well, not close the game, rather, but open the game. And if Tinker gets shut down, he can just kind of recover and farm. Gyro's got you for the late. No one has you for the mid.
Yeah, this time the lanes should be a lot crazier than in the last game. Like the last game and the game before, the series before actually that we watched, all the lanes, they either had witch doctor someone up, or they had very tanky, sturdy supports that were very hard to kill, like a Bane or something like that. This game though, yeah, you have a Tusk and Undying on one side, but on the other you have very crazy supports. You have a Doom and Oracle, and then you have Pango. It's a lot of aggression and not a lot of sustain, so we should see a bloodbath in the laning stage. I hope we will, at least. Like, I want some CIS 2016 Dota. Is that too much to ask for? Huh?
I mean, I was about to say, this is CIS bloodbath waiting to happen. Both teams are based in that region. And we had this discussion recently. It's weird because CIS has been one of the most passive regions.
They became new China, man. What's happening? Like,
and China became new CIS. That's the weird part.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's happening? They're so passive, and then they get one kill, and then they all BM tip the guy that they killed, and wow, like, yeah, but still, 20 minutes in, you have 10 kills. Come on, bring it up. Bring it on. Step it up. Whatever the hell.
I mean, you know the defensive meta has really set in when even CIS starts to join in. That's a grim sign.
But look at this. You have two supports.
Are they going to do this? I just thought about this. They could do this, right? The Undying Quap mid. Because the Decay with the Shadow Strike, it's actually like the easiest way to shut down the Tinker in this entire game.
Yeah, but then the PL is going to be dead like a pigeon among 3 cats on top. You get it? Pigeon?
It's very visual.
Yeah. Like, it's very hard. It's very hard. I mean, the idea that you're giving is all right. Like, they could shut down the Tinker completely on mid, but if you leave the PL solo on top, he's gonna get absolutely nothing. And it's not even like PL is gonna struggle top regardless. Like, Undying is gonna help, but it's not gonna be a whole lot of help. But the thing is, you have to shut at least a little. As you said, the bridge to the mid game to the late game is this Pango, and if you just let him free farm on top, he's gonna wreak havoc all over them. So they need to kind of contest this lane at least.
That's a fair point. I was wondering if they could rotate the Tusk around to try and mitigate, but obviously the Swashbuckle, it completely just ruins whatever Tusk tries to achieve.
It was completely dodges it out. Soneko trying to be cheeky and steal it. Gyro though. Arc?
Right, Gyro in a little bit of trouble. The ice shards go out. Power shot and Arc's the first blood.
Very ballsy.
I tell you what, they all woke up with their voice lines today, didn't they?
Yeah. Very ballsy though. He runs into the two of them, tries to steal that bounty, but just gets punished immediately. Yo, we asked for bloodbath though, and we're getting it. Let's go. Let's go. Where's my next kill? On top lane.
It's gonna be top, right? I mean, come on. Flow is pretty susceptible to death early on. If you force him out to use the Swashbuckle, but you have no way of chasing him down.
No. Doom is gonna creep skip. Never mind. Go back to bottom lane. Doom is creep skipping. Mission abort.
Not this.
Mission abort.
You know what? We rarely see this, so we get a chance to appreciate it instead of hating it. No, we still hate it.
I'm not gonna appreciate that. Never appreciate the creep skip. It's gonna creep skip, move it completely back, connect it with the next wave in between tier 1 and tier 2 so he can even deny the creep wave away from PL. It's such a... It shouldn't be in the game, but it is. I mean, it's a smart move. They get a lot out of it. Undying is gonna go and try to contest him so that he at least gets the experience. But nevertheless, PL is losing a full wave like this. And Pango is actually doing the same with the next wave. He's gonna... So Pango just did exactly the same thing. He just went around, took another creep wave, and he's like, I'm coming, baby. Let's do this together.
They're on shifts. They'll just rotate. It's like, okay, Valiant, your turn. You go do it next. This is the right person to try and make this harder for them, though. Bignum, hell of a tanky individual. They can't really deal with them.
Yeah, what's he doing, though? Why isn't he either Infernal Blading or eating a... Like...
He's undecided.
But why? Why?
He's a conscientious objector to violence. That's all I can think. Or I think he's looking for the right
searching,
creep.
yeah, he's
There we go.
searching for the right creep, but he's not.
Does he want the
find
Hellbear? Or is he going for the regen?
I suppose Satire is what you want, but he just wasted so much time and he didn't get what he wanted. And
meanwhile, bot lane is actually looking fantastic for Afterlife. 12th run right now compared to 8-1 on the Gyro.
Yeah,
and
as long as the Tuskar is there, and he did get that first blood, by the way, don't forget. So
that's true.
Did he get it? Yeah, he did get it. So
Yeah, he got the final hit with the power shot.
Yeah, so he got a lot there already, and he has that early game advantage over them. And there's Tuskar always to save him. They're actually planning on going on him, at least using the Soulmane missile.
It's just a harassment tool at this point. Or is it? They're going to try and go in. This is the problem, there's ice shards. They can just turn around. These going to be used to south by Afterlife. Power shot through. Getting super low here. 2 more hits will do it, and there it is. I mean, I get where you're coming from. Yes, you got Rocket Barrage, but it's a Wind Ranger. You've got Wind Run. And you're supported by Tusk. You can't make these dives for these kills.
It's very hard to go when there's a Tusk nearby.
Oh, this might work out, though.
Impossible.
Velior, he actually ate the troll, so he can just net you in place. And but apparently won't. They'll just root him. Nice snowball save. Moves him across. And now they'll throw out the net. Afterlife, a little bit of trouble will be left behind. Puts a power shot out before he dies. Not sure why the core was that deep, but...
That was actually very smart. So basically what he was doing, he was saving the ensnare for after the snowball came out. If they wasted all their controlling tools before the snowball, he could have just snowballed, and then after that she can wind run. But yeah, they were just cautious and ready. And he actually goes for the Hellbear.
Oh, yeah, Velior found what he wants now. Problem is, Chew hits pretty hard. The Ice Shard's going to come through. And he's still got Snowball available as well. And look who's coming across. Afterlife, the power shot, he'll get the kill.
Kill secured. Kill secured, man.
But he got his creep, right? That's not bad.
Mid, though.
Look at this.
He should see him. He should see him. There's a ward. He definitely does. So he moves backwards.
This has been Naive's health level for a while now.
This Oracle can solo him. If he sees him...
Hits him once, Purifying Flames. Yeah, that will kill him. But there's the South.
Look at how much space he's actually creating. Like, 3 of them had to rotate to just get the Oracle out of the lane.
That's a bigger deal. They did drop the Tombstone as well. Yeah. Snowball across. They can actually find Velior again. And they have got the Ice Shards available. The Power Shot clips him slightly. Ice Shard should be going down. And Velior is dead again to the same 2 heroes.
So the Doom is not having the worst game ever. He has his Tranquil Boots. It's minute 5 and he hasn't done too much. Like, yeah, they did get the Windrunner, but at the same time, Pangolier is completely left alone. He's basically laning like a few patches ago. They're not dueling top. After those waves that they pulled, they just completely left Pango to be solo. And I agree with this to some point, because Pango does need levels, but at the same time, you're not pressuring Chappie's PL whatsoever.
He's not really getting great levels compared to Chappie either.
Yeah, because of the denies, definitely. Denies, and he had support. Chappie had support on top.
Pangolier is kind of in that weird spot, right, where he needs levels, but he has pretty terrible starting stats. So he can't actually contest that well. And we love the assist of Velior here. But it's just, Chappie won't care too much. We'll just go back, regen, come back, and meanwhile in the bot lane, Neko's been found by Chew. No assistance coming, though, and actually, they might be able to bait Chew in. He has to know that Tinker's gone missing from mid, though.
So, at least they forced out the PL away from top right now. He has to go Shrine, then he's gonna come back, but this is what they should have been doing from the start, I believe. Well, now that Pango is level 4, it's kinda easier to pressure. Chew? Rip.
Yeah, I mean, we said he should know that that was coming, that Magical was around that neighborhood, but he lingers a little bit too long and he pays the price. And this Tinker's actually off to a decent start, CS-wise, and also ahead of the Queen of Pain, which both these heroes are frustrating to each other in lane, right? You got the Blind, the Laser from Magical, and then you got the Shadow Strikes from Naive, but the early movements have really hurt Naive in this lane.
And the killing potential is usually on the side of Queen of Pain, but she just had so much issues on that lane. First, Doom came in to threaten her. He didn't go on her completely, but she had to move back. She had to be more passive. And then Oracle did the same. So it's definitely been a harder lane so far for Naive, as they've helped Magical a lot more than they helped him out. But at the same time, you should be helping out your Tinker a bit more in that lane, definitely. on top lane, though. They're going.
He's got the swashbuckle. He should get away. They've got the ice shards. They'll catch it. Forced to use it way too early due to the snowball, and as a result, he falls.
Yeah, he was falling way too low, so he had to use it. If he didn't, he would have just died from the nukes there. It was a difficult decision to make. Doom, though, he's lingering around mid, but I don't think he can do a lot here.
He's just looking for creeps.
Tuskar is coming in. Tuskar is coming in, and this could be a kill on.
Snowball in. Eve wants to get killed, and there's the Sonic Wave to ensure magical falls. Velio just going to harass out a little bit. You have got Seneko on the way. You'll be able to hit him up, ruin him a spot. Oh, they get him, though. The Purifying Flame is small enough. They drop the Tombstone, will try and chase through to Velio. He'll be blocked out by the Ice Shards. He is a tanky individual, though. Can he move away? In the meantime, Chappie does fall to Flow in the top lane. And that's a kill that shouldn't be happening. But Velio, hit by the Snowball, will be finished off. And Bignum will just scare Seneko a little bit. He's ran out of mana. I still do not understand how that kill just happened top, considering that's not even level 6 Pangolier yet.
Do you have the voice lines? The wheel chat, that's actually amazing. We're watching, that's how it's done. Pango is seriously BMing Chappie right now. And yeah, as you said, it shouldn't be happening. Like, there's no way Pango should be solo killing a PL. Especially a PL that was in front of him by level and by network. So.
Flo did actually go for a ball. We're seeing this a little bit more in Pangoliers, which was, from what I've heard, a surprising thing for a lot of casters because obviously, you know, with the change to bounty runes, you don't really have that constant rune gain to use the bottle.
That's true. However, the bottle was buffed a little bit. I personally, if I'm playing Pango off, do not like the bottle that much if I'm going for Arcane Boots. But if I don't have the Arcane Boots, I find the bottle really good because you have a little bit too much mana regen. It's not too necessary. Like this, maybe a stick instead of the bottle. As you said, it is kind of weird that you go for bottle on offlane, considering the runes were changed. So you get to refill it every 5 minutes.
Forced to use the Rolling Thunder defensively. And, I mean, it's not the biggest cooldown in the world, but it's not really how you want to be using your first one.
Yeah, definitely. It's more psychological, right? You want to use it to get a kill or something, but
you kind of setting like you're making your mark basically. You're saying this is what's going to happen for the rest of the game. Bignum, TP's out, and he'll be able to make it. Meanwhile, the cooldown coming out from Mark, but Afterlife on the side. He's to move away. It's going to be rude. Ice Shards, though. Velio stuck here with them. And the Shackle Shot will land. Followed up by the Power Shot. Down to half HP already. Has to use the Bear Clap. Will be forced to back off here. And the Home Missile will allow him to do so. But Shu, he's got Ice Shards and 5. It might be too long.
Queen of Pain is coming in, though. And Soneko is
they don't know.
Behind.
They pinged. They saw a ward there. They might know. This is gonna be awkward.
They see the wards, but they don't see him.
And what happens? Pangolier, it looks like Chappie's now showing Flo how it's done as he gets a solo kill on to Flo.
Yeah, but it's much easier for Chappie to kill Flo than it is for Flo to kill Chappie. So
I agree.
That kill is kind of more understandable. Basically, if you misstep, if you use your swashbuckle in a wrong position, you can definitely pay with your life as a Pango.
It's also if you swashbuckle, but you start the rush, you can just catch up to him anyway.
Exactly. And we have a Tuskar smoked up. He's warding behind. He might decide to go for Tinker, as Queen of Pain does have her ulti on. But Soneko is just in a very good position right now. He understands that he needs to protect his Tinker.
Big news here as well, though. Gonna walk in. He's got the Tombstone. Smoke got pop. Pinks come out. They know that Soneko must be nearby.
Yeah, and the Doom is rotating now as extra support as well.
And Soneko does have the false promise. That's the biggest deal. Ward goes down from Chu. Pinks come out. They know.
They found him. They found him.
Abort. Well, it's too late for Chu, though. We'll snowball up. Snowball through. Try and run off. But they found you.
Almost.
More drop. Rolling Thunder comes out from Flo. Can he control up Chappie's the question? Nope. He'll just get zoned out. And while that's happening in the bot lane, Afterlife does fall to Arc. We said there was going to be action across the map. Everywhere, everyone is trying to kill each other.
Yeah, it's much better than in the last few games. We're being satisfied. Finally, we're getting what we needed. We're getting what we wanted.
You know what it is? You were saying how hard it is to keep casting constant. This is what it is, isn't it? It's like you just want to break. You just want action, so I have to keep shouting, and you're like...
yeah, just
easy
do it.
money.
Just play by play, please. Leave me alone. I have a sore throat, man. It's been messing with me for days now.
It's going to be rude on the spot here, but Top going to dodge out just in time. Velio waiting on the other side. The stomp is good. They'll move forward, and Chappie will just disappear. But they rotated 4 heroes up here, or 3 rather, as Flo was already here. They have to get this tier 1 to make it worthwhile.
Yeah, that was a really nice rotation, but can they get anything out of it? Yeah, they killed the PL, and that's already huge, especially if you consider that PL went for Hood of Defiance first. So he already went into securing himself so that he doesn't die to these ganks, but he still paid the price. So the defusal is delayed.
The bigger deal, though. Naive. Got Sonic Wave and an Invis rune. He just spotted all of them. He knows they're still around. Do they want to try and defend this, though? I think they are. Chappie's TPing, but so is Tinker. Roll Thunder going to come out. Chappie needs to be careful. He forces his doppelganger pretty early by the looks of it, but he's trying to hold on to it for the home missile. He'll still get hit in the face by it. In the meantime, Bignum getting help as well. The zombies chasing from the flow. Giving a lot of vision here.
Naive still in Invis, just chilling. Yeah, it's very hard for both of these teams to completely commit. Rolling Thunder, it's not really good in these engagements that are far away from cliffs, so you can't really kick off a wall and go back in. And before you have a Blink Dagger on Pangolier, it's definitely not.
They missed the Shack Shot on the flow, but they do pay out the false promise, which they were worried about that Sonic Wave, which wasn't even committed. So that's a big investment for the Oracle.
Yeah, but at least Flow did not die there, so maybe they're actually gonna commit anyhow. They know that they should know where they are, and they're going in.
Walking in, Snowball crossing Seneko. Gonna try and move away, but maybe too late. The Shack Shot will land, the Power Shot, but he's protected against magic damage. Tinker shows up, they have to walk away. Shu will make sure the Flow can't easily chase. And it's their turn to use a Shrine.
And they're trying to be aggressive, but they're just failing with some spells there, and Soneko did well. He used Fate's Edict on himself so that they cannot finish him off. Because well, they could have used Sonic Wave on him, but the rest of the magic damage was just not there. So they couldn't finish him. And yeah, Tinker ports in, but the Ice Shards weren't really...
This from Afterlife.
Really preventing him, yeah.
Deep here. Jumping on the flow. Will force out the wrong find him. Now he needs to get out alive. And this is a mistake. He gets caught perfectly. He's dead.
Yeah, there we go. Afterlife, I mean. Like, if you go like this, definitely. If you these are the situations where you want to use the rolling top. I mean, places on the up lane, though. Undying.
He's jumping in. They'll find him.
Yep.
I mean, that's not the biggest deal. The big one was that Afterlife kill. I mean, this should make the ward obvious, you'd think. But the way that Flo walked, it looked more like he was being baited in.
Yeah. So, those situations, like these places in the map, around the ramps, around the stairs.
Magical in a little bit of trouble. Walrus Punch will hit. Ice Shards. Chappie needs one more hit, but no, the blind chance. He needs to walk away. He's getting low. Shield crash on top of him. And they'll be able to chase through the Scorched Earth. Chappie hit by the Urn, and the Infernal Blade should be enough to finish off with a Swashbuckle guaranteed. And the Doom goes straight out in Afterlife. He misses a stomp, but does hit on a Chew.
Queen of Pain is behind them.
Want to keep going, and you're right. Naive coming from behind. Gonna be hit by the home missile. Has to use the Sonic Wave. Scream Pain as well, but not killing off anyone yet. And won't be able to, in fact, because he has to completely back up. And in the tree line on the side, Afterlife hasn't gone back to base. He's hung around. They'll get rid of the Tombstone, chasing on the Bignum as well. Held in place. They'll move across. Swashbuckle does miss, but is not needed. Power shot through. Afterlife just made a mistake. He's trapped in the corner, and they just made it obvious. He'll die as well. Empire. Questionable choices being made. One after the other there.
I mean, if you're just watching Queen of Pain, first the top fight, she's just Invis running around. Then this bottom fight, she comes from behind. And it's understandable. She was trying to catch Tinker, but he TP'd out, so she's like, alright, I'm just gonna walk behind you. Please wait, guys. She catches up to them. But there's no damage. She uses her whole combo, but it's not enough. She needs more. She needs her team to do more. And the problem is, you have Chappie's PL with this hood. And because of that hood, yeah, he can join the fights. And I believe that he should be joining these fights. Because if you aren't, why did you go for that? Like, you can farm that defusal, but I don't know, like, you bought the hood, you can make these fights more chaotic. You can make stuff happen. You can create space for your Queen of Pain to finish people off.
They just dropped the Tombstone bot, and that's easy gold for Ark. Or is it? Oh, Stomp on a Bignum. Velio doing well, but Shack Shot will land. The cooldown's going to come out. Should zone them out. Bignum gets away just in time before the cooldown hits. So the Purifying Flames won't kill him. In fact, they'll heal him up. But now they can just push in. Magical's here, and suddenly you've got this kind of zonal buffer.
Yeah, so this is the first time that Chappie started joining the fights. He came in through Spirit Lance, and that was enough to deter them, at least for now. And I believe it's a proper way of playing, considering he has that hood. they are stopped from taking control of the map. They are stopped from taking this tier 1 on bottom, and they have to be fighting them a little bit. They just can't just concede every single tower until he gets defusal, because that's basically what they are doing. They are waiting for this PL to come online. But if you let everything fall before he comes online, like, he's gonna get that defusal, but they're gonna be so tanky that it won't matter a lot.
Yeah, it's also the case as the game goes on. You feel the pressure at the same time. Tinker, but the maxed out Martian machines does a lot of damage to the PL still at the moment. And Flo does have the Blink Dagger now, which is the big thing of concern for Empire. Like, they've been having a lot of issues with this Pangolin so far.
Definitely, it's one of the most important items that Team 20-minute AFK in the woods could have bought.
Magical here, though. They ping him out. He's got boosted travel, but doesn't have a blink. He's got support TPing in Seneko. Spots out the gank, gets hit by the shackle shot, though. They even drop the tombstone to ensure he dies. In the return, Magical just gets rid of Chappie. He'll try to get out, but it's too late. He gives his life. But Chappie dying once again in a questionable situation.
Chappie, you know what? Chappie, don't listen to me. Go back. Just farm. Wait for the defusal. It's alright.
You wanted him to go fight, okay?
I wanted him to go fight, but not like this.
I'm starting to realize
like
why you built Shadow Amulet in your games. You give bad advice, okay?
Yeah, I give bad advice, as it seems, indeed. He just disappeared. Like, his squad doesn't help versus laser.
Is he going to Doom? Choose maybe a little bit of trouble. Stomped up. Leon on top of him. Forced to use the snowball through onto the Centaurs. Going to be chasing past, though. And there's the wrong Thunder in. He's going to catch Bignum perfectly in the stairway. Bignum just needs to move the right way. He'll be able to do so. Chu won't be so lucky. The cooldown going to come out. Bignum being moved forward onto the shield crack through. They'll clean that up as well. Arc is on a mega kill streak. And this is not the Gyro we saw struggling in the start of this lane.
Yeah, they're tearing them apart right now. And yeah, they have this Queen of Pain. And she was the one that was supposed to make a lot of space for PL, but she just couldn't find those early kills. And now she's back at just farming. And PL is also just farming, so they're just succeeding all their towers, just letting one fall after the other, and they're not joining these teamfights either as cores, so it's obvious while Gyro is having a fun game, because there's nothing to kill him. Like, you can't kill him with the Tuskar and Undying. It's not gonna happen.
He's getting close to that Ags as well, which I'm actually okay with Ags this game. With what you're up against, it's not a terrible choice. Especially, like, I think Ags is best when you're ahead, and they are clearly ahead.
Wait, who's buying Ags?
The Gyrocopter.
Gyrocopter? Yeah, it's definitely alright. It's gonna give him some stats and some damage as well. It's alright.
It's kind of like that type item. I think there's two scenarios where you take it. One, you are seriously ahead at this point. Or two, you're worried about being locked down and unable to attack.
Yeah, there are some players that really value Ags over anything. Flo, though, he's in a perfect position to initiate on this Queen of Pain. Is he gonna...
Wait for it. Wrong Thunder blinks in, hits on the co-op straight away. Naive forced to blink away. And that should easily just set them up to take this tier 2 now.
Yeah, they took this tier 1, but I think they could have taken the Queen of Pain's life as well if Flo was a little bit more careful with the Pango's ulti. Basically what happened there, he wasn't turned the way he wanted to be turned. If you use Rolling Thunder and then you blink with it, it doesn't matter in which direction you blink, you're gonna continue rolling in the direction in which you were rolling in the first place. So he was turned towards bottom, and because of that, when he blinked on the Queen of Pain, he just rolled out towards the tier 2.
And Seneko is going to disappear. Forced to use his False Promise, but there's no way he's going to heal through this. That's a lot of damage. It's going to be close, actually. They might be able to survive. Stays alive.
Stays alive, takes the tomb, and...
Spirit Vessel, man. Saves his life. Chu being chased onto. Getting super low here. Ice Shards. He doesn't put himself in. No, the Storm. It wouldn't even matter because he still would have been reached, but that Ice Shard's not working out how he originally intended anyway.
Yeah, he could have maybe blocked himself out somehow, but yeah, just didn't manage to do it there, and unfortunate for him.
I believe this is where we will see the side of FK 20 Farm try to take this tier 1 mid. Been sitting there for a while now.
And definitely, that's the next objective that they have their sights on, and it's fairly low. It might even fall without any contest. You usually don't want to lose your tier 1 without contesting it, but there's not a whole lot that they can do. They're still waiting for this PL, because look at it this way. If this PL reaches critical mass, they can make a comeback on his back. Like he can definitely carry them to victory. But
that just got harder. They found a DD, and now they're going for Roche.
They found the DD and they went into the pit. The stars are not aligned for them, man. Just not. They can't catch a lucky break.
I'm sorry, are we doing like horoscopes now?
Yeah.
Ah yes. Your horoscope today says that you will find great gifts of rewards in dark belongings. And Sonic Wave through, won't matter. Picks up the Aegis anyway. The wrong Thunder through, chasing it on. Chappie already used the doppelganger. Can they do enough here though? They still the DD on Arc, and they're doing a lot of damage to Swashbuckle through. Shield crash down, and Seneca will finish off the kill. They got the Aegis on top of that. This is looking a little bit grim here. They'll even kill Big and Magical, proving his name to be his strongest form of damage.
He is casting those lasers. He killed a few dudes with lasers as well. It's not only the magic damage.
Oh, I agree. It's just these wards allow that sort of snipe out.
Yeah.
And that's the funny thing is, like, you don't mind revealing that ward because, like, if you hadn't gone for Roche yet, probably not great because you just killed an Undying. But you've just got Roche, so that ward's probably expected, but it won't matter.
Yeah, it has to be. If you are taking Roche, you have to make these wards, and they get deported after you've taken Roche. So, anyway, 20-minute AFK, they've just taken control of this game, and Gyrocopter isn't even opting to go for that Maelstrom.
He's coming out.
With the
Pull down, out. The Doom goes straight on to Chappie, chasing into the base right now. The Stomp won't land on top of him, but they'll still kill him off.
Talking about timings, his defusal is just way too late, and they've taken control of the whole map, and it's very hard to do anything right now. This is the second time. He just respawned, he died again.
I mean, that's the thing. That's their second most farmed hero. They just blindly dove the tier 3 and found him. Roll Thunder coming in. Yules on the Naive, though. See, looks like Naive will be able to go away. Actually, no, that was Flo's Yules. Was he trying for... So I haven't actually checked this interaction. Is it if you Yules and they're below you, you'll stun them still? Is that what he's going for?
I believe he misclicked there. Basically, what you do is you stun them, and while you're inside of them, you Yule yourself. And while you are Yuled, you're actually gonna continue hitting them.
That's what I thought, because there's some weird interaction. I think the most highlight one at the moment is Lifestealer with Pangolier, which is where you roll Thunder, he, you get infested inside of him, and then suddenly you just keep stunning someone when you're on top of them.
Too much Kappa pride in between the two of us, man. Too much Kappa pride.
I mean,
while you are inside of him,
let's be honest, Lifestealer seems to be that kind of guy. I mean, he doesn't look very attractive, but he's always inside people.
He's that kind of a guy, definitely.
He does look a bit creepy. But while we're having this philosophical discussion, I think it's philosophical, they did pick off Naive, and that will enable them to go to the high ground now.
There's nothing stopping them. Like, there is this Windrunner, she's gonna try to power shot them, but it's very unlikely that she's gonna be able to.
Stun hits on Afterlife, they'll chase through Snowball to save in the meantime. They're gonna drag you further towards them, and Flo, look at the movement, Roll of Thunder will connect, and the Stomp through on the Tusk's Way comes back around again, the Sonic Wave, power shot through, they'll pop the Aegis on Arc. But Velior protected by the false promise, and when Jaro comes back up, his team has already moved away. He needs to get out of the base right now. Chappie trying to move forward, needs to be careful. Home Missile coming in, Velior looking to chase here. Can he get on top of him? The Infernal Blade comes out, Spirit Vessel as well, Yules though, and he needs some backup. They're trying to help him, but they can't. They have to leave him behind. I think of really not having enough impact just yet. They need that Ags online.
That was so deep. I don't think that it's worth it. In their mind, I suppose they were forcing the buyback from Quap. That's why they are diving that hard. But in my opinion, these buybacks are not that expensive. And if they repel your push, if they take your Aegis, and if they kill your position 4, it's not worth it to dive that hard. So maybe being a little bit more safe right now, because the game is not over yet. Yeah, they're in control. Yeah, they're in front, but there are still a lot of dotes to be played, man. They shouldn't be diving like that, definitely.
And that's the thing I was saying, like, the Tinker, once he has his Ags, I think you can kind of justify that, because the damage output is insane. But before that, there's no way you have enough damage to take that fight in their base.
Yeah, and speaking of Ags, it's finished, so the next fight is going to be very hard for Empire to take.
This is possibly one of the most frustrating Ags in the game. It's definitely up there. It hasn't got top spot. I still feel like Zeus has top spot for that. In terms of most disgusting Ags.
Yeah, the Zeus Ags is definitely the most disgusting one indeed. Bignum?
Moving forward. Bignum isn't found, but not enough damage yet. Magical. Just needed like half a second more for that laser. But it does set up a push on the tier 2 top, and Empire are fast running out of outer towers.
At the same time, they're smoked up on bottom. They're trying to maybe bait something out on this Choppy's Phantom Lancer, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe Tinker tries to... Maybe they can...
Naive had the right idea, just the wrong place.
He had the right idea, but Magical was just a little bit too quick for them. He knew what was going to happen. He anticipated it. The blink back is usually what you see from Tinkers when they're defending these tier 2s. Because you cannot really blink in the woods. Pango, though.
Pango, Rolling Thunder in. Flow's not going to find anyone, though. I'm starting, like, this is... We're seeing a few ults like this. I feel like he's just hating on trees at this point. Maybe they misclicked. They went to give him a Timber Saw or something.
Yeah. It could be that. What do you think about Ye on this on Pango, by the way?
Well, I don't like the fact it got procced in the top lane by no engagement, but it's not bad here. It ensures he'll get the chance to roll Thunder up. Big on dying on. I feel like I wouldn't mind if you were level 15, your team was around you. I would be okay, but yeah, you're not.
Afterlife also almost got doomed there. He barely escaped with his life. Tinker porting in again and blinking backwards. Yeah, just playing it safe. There's two Scar there waiting with the Sigil, but they should know. They 100% know that the two Scar is there. And that's why they are converging around this Tinker as well, trying to keep him safe while he pushes out.
Well, they have no choice. They have to open on the Tinker now. With the Ags online, they don't have any way of sustaining themselves through the damage.
Definitely. There is a BKB coming up on Choppy. He has 3k gold. He's not there yet.
They might... They just bait with Magical here because they're set up for it.
They could.
No, they'll just push. They're like, no need for these toyish antics. We can easily win the game.
And most likely what's going to happen is Chu might go in and cut a creep wave if they decide to push on bottom. Might not happen, but we'll see.
At the same time, gold lead is building though. This is Empire. They're on the. I feel like they're on the clock. Like, yes, your Phantom Lancer needs more farm. Yes, he'll be great in the late game, but you're up against a Tinker and a Gyrocopter.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. The problem that I see in Empire's draft, it's not the draft itself, it's the itemization. Choppy, he decided to go for BKB now, and I can't blame him. He needs that BKB, but at the same time...
Top. Afterlife just got doomed. And he's definitely not getting away. The Scorched Earth doing more than enough damage. He will tick out Infernal Blade just to make sure. Fire and forget as Velior just walks away. Meanwhile, Ping's in the mid lane. Bigdom taking a lot of damage. Will be ruined in place. Rolling Thunder looking to move forward. Bigdom, low on HP. Does drop the Tombstone before he dies, but they'll just farm that up, and now they can take that tier 3. With 2 down, I'm not sure Empire can even stop this.
Very unlikely. Afterlife has to buy back here if they want to death this tier 3. If not, they can just let it fall.
It's like, I'm looking at Afterlife right now. He's going for a BKB. I don't think it's a case of I'm saving the buyback. It's more a case of, like, you can't do anything with that buyback. If that makes sense. It's not about going the next item. It's about what do we do to stop this right now. They need the Undying as well.
Yeah, there we go. The tier 3 is down, and after this, they're probably just going to go and take the shrines. The top shrine, which we talked about a lot earlier, is very important when it comes to rush engagements. So if they just go top, take that shrine, there are no outer towers for Empire. So if they get any sort of a pick-off across the map, or if they see them in a bad position, they can just roll into Rosh Pit and take that sweet Aegis and Cheese that's gonna be dropped.
Actually, they did instead choose to try and pursue a kill in the bot lane. They saw Quap for a moment, but I mean, come on. At this point, the Queen of Pain, she's somewhat frustrating. It's not like you have to go to push out the lanes. You just send the Tinker for this. I feel like you're right. They should go for that shrine top. They just need to focus objectives. The Tinker can handle the split pushing fine.
Yeah, basically, when they are following Tinker around, what they are doing is they're making sure that he doesn't get punished for out-pushing these lanes. That's all, nothing more.
I agree, but it's like you saw 3 people in their base, right? It's like, you know Queen of Pain's down there alone. She can't kill him solo. That's
certainly true. She definitely cannot kill a Tinker that's 5k gold ahead of her.
Hey, net worth isn't everything. Maybe if he slips up, clicks on the wrong spots constantly, Like, it's that case, even if you use Sonic Wave, you actually don't have enough damage. If you had an Orchid, I'd be fine. I'd be like, yep, that's great. And he almost has the gold for that.
Maybe he disconnects and you kill him. It's possible, you know?
We saw it with Mag in the previous game.
Yeah, anything can happen, man. Everything works in Dota.
Balance on all things, as Ember would tell you. Wasn't that like the most ironic line? Because when Ember first came out, he was...
Yeah, he was so broken, it was ridiculous. And we have high ground position here. Chu, Choppy...
They don't know, though. They don't know exactly where they are. So he's got the wrong Thunder, but instead they're just going to force him to come to the Roche pit. And this is so favorable for the side of 20 minutes AFK.
Choppy's moving behind, and with this Doom, he's just going to run into them.
Yep, Belior, he found them all, and now the wrong Thunder through, gets the Doom out, and protected by the False Promise. In the meantime, Chappy getting low. The Sonic Wave won't matter much to arc. The flat cannons just doing so much damage to the side of Empire. They have to blink away, but it's way too late. The laser just snipes him out as Empire lose 3, and that is an easy rush from the cleanup.
Alright, this is not a GG, this is a rush. Maybe Winter tries to steal it. She has Blink, she has BKB, she has Linker. She could try and snatch it. It's possible.
I like this cooldown actually, because he can't quite blink. No, try to go for it anyway. Jumps in, but he doesn't get the Aegis and he'll die instead. And now Chu as well. It's everyone dead on the side of Empire. And now it's just their opportunity to charge down mid.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate. He was so close, but... yeah, he just died. Tries to blink in. You always try to go for that play, right? Because it's huge right now. It's Aegis and Cheese. And if you get it, you can actually even turn the tide. You can maybe give your team a glimmer of hope. But if you don't, yeah, it's 3 racks for them.
And they're probably feeling it was that way. Even if you stay alive, you're not going to stop this push. So you might as well let them have it. Empire, not quite out of the game yet. At least that's the way they feel. But they are 24,000 gold behind side of AFK 20 men.
Yeah, they still have this BKB and PL that they haven't used at all so far. So
I mean, let's be totally honest. The gyro now hits like a truck. So
yeah, in all honesty, I wanted to say it's GG when the Roche fight happened, but let's be unbiased here. Let's go until the end.
I think it's a bit late for that when you make that statement.
No, you taught me this actually, guys. The first time I was analyzing it, it was with Killer Pigeon, and he told me, just say something like, "It's looking dire for Team Empire. It's not looking so great."
Damn, stop giving my secrets away. Everyone will start casting.
Don't say it's stupid. Say it's an interesting decision. That's it. So I'm completely going his way. It's very interesting that PL went for this hood. And the things aren't really looking so well for them right now. It's looking very dire while this beast of a gyro is knocking on your high ground. He's actually so alone. Only Doom is behind him, and an Oracle, and a Tinker. And there's a...
This is why I talk about casting, guys. Just count the heroes. And
everyone else.
And the creep wave, and they're going in. Arc.
And everyone else is there.
Should be going in here. I mean, he's got the Aegis, he's got the BKB. You have to take a risk at some point. That one little hit, but the shackle shot straight away. They can't do anything with this, though.
But on the other side, they caught...
Oh, jump in.
Oh, they did
Wrong
not catch
thunder through. The snowball's a good save, but Flo's on his way back right now. He'll jump in. He'll find Chu. He will not find Tigger, though, as he moves away just in time. The BKB coming out from Chappy, trying to fight. Art getting low, but the false promise to buy more time. And now he's like, maybe I hit towers. Do I go deep? I can't decide. On the other side, he will dodge out the Sonic Wave, but Afterlife just runs him down. And now the BKB on cooldown. They finally pop the Aegis. The Hex being used onto Naive. He needs to be a little bit careful and back up here. They don't really have much damage left, and Ark is just full HP with a cheese at the ready. He'll take the tower, and now they'll move on to taking the racks.
That was actually really great so far for Empire. It couldn't get much better than that. And they can maybe fight.
It needs to get better, though, because Ark's going to keep pushing.
And there is a BKB cheese on him, so it's going to be very hard for them to kill him. But maybe they can fight this. They do have the glyph still.
No, well, they just used it. Buy them a few seconds, but there's a double catapult here as well. You need to get rid of these. Arc moving in. Hex comes out. Chappy taking a lot of damage. He just disappears. Naive forced to blink away defensively. And they will take another set of racks. But they're not done just yet. They get Big Nim as well. GG gets called. Empire submit. And we will be going to a game 3.
That last fight was actually so good by Empire. They just proved that even when you are so behind and you can still put up a fight by making very good plays. Doom went in. He has that blink. He blinks in onto the Queen of Pain, which was hexed. He tries to Doom her, but at the same time, Tuskar blinks in on her, snowballs her in. They completely turn the tides. They kill the Doom without... I think he didn't even cast that Doom. I'm not certain. But they kill him off. Queen of Pain survives. They get the gyro once, but they were just so much ahead. It was just a hard situation, yeah.
I'm looking at win probability. It doesn't think there was that good of a fight because it kept rising towards the end still. And you know how this works. Stats don't lie. Probabilities don't lie. Not when they're done by AI. But no, it's a fair point. Like, they started to find their stride a little bit, but it was way too late by that point. It was pretty rough. But 1-1 apiece. So Empire will be very happy they took that first game after the mess of the second. Let's see if they will bounce back in game 3 or if 20-minute AFK are warmed up and ready to close this out. Stay tuned, guys.